Hello everyone, Seedlink here, back with the next episode of the Marble League 2023, event number 10, the 5-meter relay run. Probably one of my favorite events. Definitely not my favorite, probably in like maybe 6th, 7th favorite event. So far my teams are a little bit all over the place, and actually my number 1 and 3 teams are currently sitting at number 1 and number 16, top and the bottom of the standings, with Bumblebees, my third place team, number 1, Thunderbolts basically out. They would have to score a podium here in order to have any chance. And even then, they would have to make probably, with 6 events left, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, I can't count properly. It's always a matter of if it counts this one or if it doesn't. So okay, 7 events left. With 7 events left, they would have to make a bigger comeback than both the Shining Swarm and Gliding Glaciers. And if that's the case, they would become my favorite team 100% of the time, regardless of if they ever qualify again, quite frankly. And I just don't see that happening. I don't. Especially with them failing to earn a silver or a gold in ages. But we saw Shining Swarm manage to make a huge comeback in the funnel race. They can come back. And the other 3 of my teams are all neck and neck near the bottom, but not super close to the bottom. So my teams definitely have some comeback potential in both Shining Swarm and Gliding Glaciers. Team Galactic are a bit inconsistent. I'm glad I have them as my 5th team in that regard. But yeah, my teams are kind of all over the place. Coming into kind of the 2/3 of the way through, they're going to need to pick it up. But Bumblebees, all they have to do is get some decent runs, and they'll be the champions. Without further ado, let's get into it. Should have kind of spoke for too long now that I think about it.
Dusted off or dried off after the triathlon, because all of the team members will be participating, at least the main 4, in the 5-meter relay run for event 10 here in the 2023.
See if the Savage Speeders,
hey everybody,
for once in their entire history, do bad on this event.
Comes at a time
I
when
doubt
the
it.
Bumblebees have leapt to the top of the standings. Guess standing on top of things is normal for Bumblebees. They lead the Savage Speeders over the Crazy Cat's Eyes, and then the Raspberry Racers
11th,
back
12th,
in 4th
and 13th.
Look at the spread. Statistically, with so many
2nd,
events left
4th,
to go, this
5th.
is still a wide open competition.
38
no
to
team
1
has won
12.
more than 2 gold medals
Between the
so
first
far
and
in
16th.
these games. In order to win your 3rd, or maybe your 1st, you have to do it like this. Handoffs between the teammates, all the way down this 5-meter chute and into the sand. The wonderfully manicured sand, I might add. All games they have been. That is how you can claim victory in the 5-meter sprint, something that the Savage Speeders know very well. In fact, they've won gold 5 out of the 6 times that this event has been run as a part of the main Marble League. The only time they lost, that was back in 2019, to the Green Ducks, who are not here right now. So, will it be the Savage Speeders coasting again, or will somebody be able to conjure an upset and try to dethrone them?
Why did I have to open my mouth and make that cut awkward?
The Bumblebees are feeling it so far. Stinger, silver in the triathlon, 1 event ago. They also got gold back in tug of war, silver in the 5-meter sprint, so at least going fast over 5 meters. They know how to do that. And they got gold back in block pushing, too. They'll be in Heat 1.
This is also kind of Team Plasma's last chance.
Plasma and Crazy Cat's Eyes.
They're going to need a semi-decent position.
Crazy Cat's Eyes out in the lead, but
Good
Team
start.
Plasma shoots up into 1st. Bumblebees hold 2nd, and now take the lead across the line.
Good finish.
Great anchor leg.
I'm assuming this is the same.
Much this event can swing
yep, top 2.
Handoff to handoff.
Top 2 move on.
Each team member is going to be slightly different in how well they run this event. Where do you put your ringer?
And Crazy Cat's Eyes, who are 3rd, are not moving on. That's huge.
Will it be in the anchor, or do you want to get off to an early start?
Savage Speeders can somehow not make it out of the first heat, which is almost certainly not going to happen.
Bumblebees brought it home.
That would easily shoot Bumblebees way ahead.
Heat 2, Gliding Glaciers, Thunderbolts, Pinkies, and O'Rangers.
Bad start.
Glaciers and O'Rangers are the first 2 away.
Good second heat for Thunderbolts.
Dead last, though. Now they're picking
yeah!
O'Rangers on the bottom. across in front of the Thunderbolts to pick up the win
All right.
in this heat. And remember, the
Not
top
going out
two
heat 1.
will advance out of these heats.
Gonna give them a decent
And
amount of
all
points
the
at
other
least.
marbles who are eliminated, they get ranked based on their times as they compare to each other.
Gliding Glaciers got through Pinkies at least. And they seem to have a decent run near the end. So hopefully they get a couple of points near the bottom.
Cauldron getting some nice screen time there. Snowballs, Momo, Wisps, and Galactic. Snowballs and Team Galactic in the top and bottom lanes. Get out the early leads. Then it's
That
Snowballs.
second,
Now
great
it's
third
Galactic
though.
on the bottom with Momo in lane 2.
Nice.
And that is how they will come across.
Momo's on
that
the bottom too. This is a event that's really helping the bottom teams right now.
For Team Galactic, Team Momo.
So far, it's only the O'Rangers who have done well that weren't on the bottom. That and Bumblebees, to be fair, who's right now at the very top of the standings. Still haven't seen Savage Speeders though, and if they go out Heat 1, that is going to be one of the biggest shocks of the tournament.
Together. So with some of these,
It's a stacked heat for Shining Swarm, unfortunately.
Raspberry Racers, Savage Speeders, you're going to be watching them, and the Rojo Rollers.
Oh my gosh!
Raspberry Racers in lane 2.
It looks like they have better fourth heat.
Oh my gosh!
They did it!
Savage Speeders have been knocked out.
Heat 1.
They will not advance with an 8-5-9.
Bumblebees have just shot way into first.
Well down the order.
Crazy
And
Cat
we will
Size
have a new
and Savage
champion.
Speeders. Oh my gosh.
Raspberry Racers
And all
in a
my
bit
teams
of
except Galactic
disbelief,
Glaciers
even
made
though
it.
They've done pretty well over the
Oh
course
my
of
gosh.
these games.
That's what, Raspberry Racers and O'Rangers are like the next highest, I think. Raspberry Racers, I think, are 4th, and O'Rangers are like 6th. Somewhere in the top middle.
Marble League 2023 season shirts.
I can't even comprehend that. Savage Speeders going out in their first heat.
Those marbles down in the sand
Wow.
trap are busy today. There you see.
I'll take 12th for the only team of mine to be knocked out. 4 points for Galactic Glaciers.
After our first 4 heats, 9th through 16th, Rojo Rollers.
Team
dead
Plasma's
last.
still in it.
Savage Speeders down in 11th. Midnight Wisps.
Kind of rooting for them and
only make it to
Momo,
9th.
because not only because they're the bottom, but
Savage Speeders and
they've got strong
Crazy Cat
potential.
Size did not qualify. They cannot be satisfied with this result. I think they're scratching their heads a little bit. Well, you guys are eager, aren't you? And you're everywhere.
Oh my god, all my teams here.
Shining Swarm, Team Galactic,
Oh
and the
my gosh,
Thunderbolts.
literally all 4 of the teams of mine
Out
that
the
moved
gate,
on.
It is the Bumblebees up in the top lane. Now Team Galactic surges to the front.
Yeah,
Down to
Thunderbolts!
the end. Thunderbolts come in 2nd place.
That was the
A
top
little
standing,
over a 10th, they will
and the
go
Comeback
into
Kings
the
didn't make
final.
it. The bottom team and the inconsistent team.
Wow,
moved
the
on.
Thunderbolts have a chance to clinch their first medal in Marble League 23.
Just don't get 4th, please, Thunderbolts. I'm begging you. If you get 4th, that it's not going to eliminate you yet,
Last event,
but
maybe I
it's going to be
should not say
very,
that.
very close. You're going to need to basically
Still
win only
sorry about
goals
that.
at that point.
The O'Rangers fans.
Even still, you
they
might
are
need to be
nervous.
honest.
They're not buzzing
How
around.
far
or
behind you are,
shifting
especially
their
with
focus. They are
Bumblebees.
laser-focused.
Actually,
Team Plasma,
no, Bumblebees got knocked out there,
Rangers,
thankfully.
Momo, and the Raspberry Racers.
Plasma, and Momo. Come on.
Down they come.
Plasma doing good to
Raspberry
start.
Racers hit the handoff first.
Great handout for Momo.
Bump with Momo,
Another good one
who
for
takes the
Momo.
lead.
Yes!
Top lane holds 2nd place, and they will move on.
After a absolutely terrible triathlon, this is the best event for my teams, period. To the point where we had a semifinal heat with all 4 of the
Raspberry
teams of mine that
Racers and
moved
the
on.
Rangers also
Now we have-
tend to do pretty well, and 2 remnants of the fruit circuit are eliminated
Hang on a sec.
together.
Team Galactic was the bottom of my teams. This is literally the
Swings
bottom
back and
4.
forth so
The
often,
bottom
you
4.
have to have every handoff work to perfection.
And on top of that, the 2 teams of mine that get eliminated here get 5th and 6th. The only thing I can ask for more would be Gliding Glaciers getting like 10th or 9th. Other than that, this is perfect. This is literally perfect. Just please finish it off with the Thunderbolts getting at least silver. Please.
Bumblebees,
I mean, one way or another, one of my
and
teams are
do not
guaranteed a
move
medal
on.
here.
Shining Swarm, O'Rangers, and Raspberry Racers fill out the
With
next
all 4 of them
3
being in the
spots.
same heat.
But who will come
And
away?
Shining Swarm, they're
with the
comeback
medal
kings. With 10 points, they can still definitely make it
as we
happen.
Get ready for the final.
They're going to jump above Gliding Glaciers,
4
putting them
marbles side by
top
side.
3 of those.
Their
Well,
teammates
maybe not with
waiting in the
Galactic.
blocks below. Momo in lane 1.
The
Galactic in
bottom
lane 2.
4 teams in this
Thunderbolts
league.
and Team Plasma. Plasma has
Not
the
great
early
start.
getaway. Momo in the top lane masters the first handoff.
Thunderbolts.
Oh, in the middle lane there, Galactic.
Oh my gosh!
It on the anchor. It's
Second,
gonna be
I'll take it.
photo finish, but I think Team Momo got it.
And Galactic, I think, got third. Didn't quite pay attention to Plasma on the bottom. Look at that handoff for Galactic.
Up the middle in lane 2,
And then
a botched handoff means that it is a close battle by 0.004 of a second. Team Momo
well
captures
done.
the gold over the Thunderbolts.
Bottom teams. Bottom two teams got first and second, respectively.
Look at that. Their first gold medal in these games.
I think the only thing that could have made that more satisfying was if Thunderbolts got first, Momo got second, Plasma got third, and Galactic got fourth. That would have been a complete reverse order. At least in the bottom four to top four.
And Plasma
Wow.
just misses out.
I said Thunderbolts needed a podium here.
Wow,
They didn't
Team
get gold, but
Momo.
silver is there. And with only the
They once had
bottom...
the best chance, Team.
Another big thing is that not only did Thunderbolts get second, but the bottom four teams finished. The bottom four teams finished top four. The only exception in this top group is Bumblebees with fifth, which is still worrisome for my other teams at least. But I'm still fine with that because Bumblebee is my third team. So that's going to stretch sort of the overall standings up a bit, but they're going to rise a bit more up it. So they're both very much in
Galactic to
contention.
clinch the gold after they were leading through those first couple of handoffs.
They're still going to need a lot of
Cannot
podiums
take
here,
your eye
Thunderbolts.
off the prize. You
But
have to focus,
they got a
and
silver
that
at least.
one misstep
That's still,
changed
in terms of
everything.
overall medal, that's
Well,
still
for a
better
long
than their
time.
2021.
Coach Black Hole has demurred on promoting Starry to team captain. Does this result change that conversation at all? Tough to tell.
Congratulations to the top for this event. Team
I'm not certain if Galactic has gotten a podium yet either. Yeah, Momo hasn't either. I think Galactic has gotten like a third, maybe a silver. Take a look at the overall standings in a moment.
Team Galactic gets the bronze, Thunderbolts get the silver, and Team Momo captures gold. So by a quick glance, I believe that none of these three teams have yet made it onto the podium in this Marble League.
Yep.
The Bumblebees hold on to the top spot over the Savage Speeders. Raspberry Racers have jumped up to third. Thunderbolts, despite a silver, really didn't move up at all.
All right. 58. Still pretty far. 6 events to go. One saving grace is that if the Thunderbolts get eliminated, it's going to be because Bumblebees are going way up. They're currently 8 points above Savage Speeders, who crumbled unbelievably in this event. That is, I haven't even seen the end yet, and that might genuinely be the biggest shock. That might be a bigger shock. The only thing that could be a bigger shock than that, I think, would be Thunderbolts winning this league, or at least getting a top 3 podium. Like, this would be the biggest comeback in the Marble League history, by far. We saw Shining Swarm, we saw Gliding Glaciers. We've not seen anything like 16th to 3rd or above within 6 events left. We've never seen anything close to that. So, weirdly enough, Shining Swarm and Gliding Glaciers, despite doing pretty decent, ended up dropping. And although, with that being said, not only are they tied with Team Galactic above them, hang on a sec. 9th to... Look at how much this evened up the league. I told you this was going to shift the standings. It did unbelievably. 78 to 70 between 15th and 9th. 20 points. 20 points. That's one silver away from 5th and 15th. Okay, how far away are Thunderbolts points wise? So 50, 8. They're 65 points away. That's 3 golds. Yeah, Thunderbolts are still a bit more in this now than I thought with that silver. I mean, it's still miles away with, they would have to win half of the events left in order to just be at the top of the standings currently. But that silver has brought them at least, in contention for first, or at least a decent podium. And actually, how far away are they from the podium? 50, 48. That's two golds. And Raspberry Racers crumbling, which we've seen them do. I genuinely could not be more happy with that. The only thing that I could have been more happy with would be Thunderbolts getting first and Team Momo getting second. So that way, at least the bottom three teams get bottom, second, bottom, third is first, second, third, respectively. And Thunderbolt's doing better. But man, Team Plasma got fourth, and they dropped one position. I mean, if that doesn't tell you how much this has changed the standings, I don't know what does. If we can have another event like that, where like Thunderbolts, Gliding Glaciers, Shining Swarm, and Team Galactic get first, second, third, fourth, I could not be happier. This is probably the best event for my teams, period. Like, Gliding Glaciers got the worst at 10th. After the disaster that was the triathlon, I could not be more happy with this. I'm going to start uploading a bit more. I want to make sure I'm recording basically immediately after, because I just really want to see how this goes. I'm really entertained by this. I'm trying to record as soon as I can to when they upload, and I'm uploading kind of slowly, but not purposely. I'm just trying to do it bit by bit. I'm probably going to have, at this rate with how quick they're uploading, I'm probably going to have like 6 or 7 events uploaded by the time the league's done. Certainly hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. My teams desperately needed that. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next event. Actually, let me play this forward a bit and see what the next event is.
Team Momo and Team Plasma, they got some points too. But ouch, Thunderbolts get a medal and still sit dead last. Well, coming up, the Maze Run.
Oh boy. So this is an event we haven't seen in a long time. Hopefully that means they're going to update it quite a bit. When I last saw it, I actually had to go back quite a few years to see it. It really wasn't a good event at all. And honestly, I don't think my teams are going to do that well on it. If they mixed it up a bit, which they could, it actually has potential to be a really good event. So that event's likely going to be either very entertaining or completely boring. We'll see what it is in a little bit. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.